second leading human factor. A U.S. Fire Administration analysis found that physical disabilities was the second leading human factor contributing to fatalities in residential building fires, accounting for, guess how much? 30% of deaths in one study period. And a study period usually is a quarter. So like 2017 to 2019 could be. So it's a quarter. 30%, folks, in one study period. That is a huge number. So really we need to work on, there's a lot of factors in this, not just us, but it's the fire department, it is your neighbors, it is your landlord, it is yourself, it is family. Everybody has a role to play in bringing those numbers down and making things better, safer for all of us. But it all starts with us. And what are some things that we can do to prevent, us being at risk? A few things. One, don't take down that smoke detector. Don't take it down. If it's too high, you can't reach it, it died a long time ago, call your landlord. If you say, my landlord is not responsive, call the fire department. They'll come, they'll help you out. They'll put an alarm system that's at your level so you can change it. Every 6 months, you need to change the batteries. So the fire department will be happy to do that. So that's the first thing, an alarm. Now, if you're hearing impaired and use a wheelchair, then you need to get some type of alarm that will alert you if an alarm goes off for the fire. So there's all kinds of types of alarms, and you can look on Amazon. Amazon is not paying me for this at all. I'm not an affiliate with Amazon, but you can get a Serene. You can get other brands that work well. I have a Serene here in my room. I'm in a facility, so I'm on first floor. I requested that they put me on first floor because it didn't make sense for me to be upstairs and one of the few who can't use the stairs. So they said, well, the fire department will take care of it. I said, why distract the fire department? Why? Just with me. So, see that red square up there? That's our horn for fires. And it's very loud right there. Right there. Anyway, that red square up there is our horn for fire alerts. And so my Serene, which is mainly a clock, it functions as an alarm clock, but it talks to various things. I have a doorbell outside my door. My Serene will alert me that somebody's at my door. The Serene will also alert me if that horn goes off. Doesn't matter the time. It'll vibrate my bed and wake me up because I'm deaf. I take out my cochlear implants at night, and that has not failed me. The Serene has never failed me. So really important to have the tools you need, not just people, but the tools you need to be alerted in time of a fire. So working smoke detector, if you're hearing impaired, you need an alert system that will let you know that the fire system has gone off and you need to pay attention and get out now. Now, something that people sometimes do is that for fires that are outside of their home, let's say a neighbor's house started on fire, so your building is at risk, The fire department comes by and gives you an evacuation order. Some people just hang around to see what happens. And if you're in a wheelchair, you don't want to do that. You want to take heed to that evacuation order and get the heck out. So, we need to follow instructions from the fire department, always. So an evacuation order for a fire, you leave the building. And it could be a fire in a different part of your building. Still, you need to evacuate. Even though, this is assisted living, and next door we have a big nursing home. So if there's a fire over at the nursing home, we still have to evacuate. Because, the nursing home is an older building and it could just spread. And so we don't take any risks, and we also evacuate. So we have a plan here. We have a map in the hallway near the elevator, and we have captains on each floor. And they're residents, nobody special, they're one of us. And if one of these alarms goes off, they start calling people, especially those who are more vulnerable. And so they start sweeping through. Now the captain will make sure that I'm up and in my chair and going out the door. But also people who might get startled and confused about the alarm, the captain will go through and say, evacuate. We're going to go through the main door. We're going to go through the side door. So the captain receives orders in terms of what direction we need to go in. So you could do that easy in your apartment. If it's a small apartment, if it's a larger apartment complex, you might want to establish, on each floor 2 to 3 captains. And, that helps a lot to keep things. I'm just looking at the temperature here. It was really hot in here. So I have the air conditioner on. I hope you're not hearing it. But there's so many things you can do to make yourself safer. Keep your wheelchair in your room next to your bed. Make sure that smoke detector is working. If you're hearing impaired, get an apparatus that can alert you of any alarm that goes off in your building, and it will wake you up during the night or during the day. Or if you're in bed, it'll wake you up. So many things you can do. You have to have a plan. Write it out. I don't care if you write it out. I don't care if you make a map of it. I don't care. But make a plan for yourself on how you're going to address a fire. Inside your apartment, inside your home, or outside of the building. You still have to evacuate. And especially if the fire department says you must evacuate now. So this number of 30%, let's work on bringing it down, eliminating it. And for there to be classes or something for us in case there's a fire, how to handle it. There should be classes like the fire department or the Red Cross or even our therapists in the hospitals to, have a time where they teach us how to handle fires and how we need to crawl. Some of us can crawl, some of us can't. So all kinds of things, there's still all kinds of things we can do to remain safe from a fire. This is still October. There's still time. There's still time for you to make a plan, to ask questions, to consult with your therapist, to consult here. You can leave questions, and we'll all be happy to answer. We're from all different countries, so we all have different experiences about fires. So, and we can share our experiences, what worked for us. If you were trapped in a fire, talk to us about it. How did you get out? I'm sure it was scary as all heck, but how did you do it? Share it with us, because the more information we have from each other, the better we will be. And we could ask our local fire department, maybe not for this October because they're already scheduled for a whole bunch of activities, but maybe next year for them to start planning a class for wheelchair users on escaping from fires. How about that? I'll leave it up to you. Call your local fire department. Say, hey, we would like a class for wheelchair users and people with mobility issues on how to escape from a fire. They would love that. I'm sure they would prepare one. So think about it. Let me know how it all went. And if you're successful in contacting your fire department to see if they'll set up a class. But these are things that we can do to reduce this 30% number and hopefully eliminate the number completely and say, in the next quarter, there were 0 deaths by wheelchair users. Wouldn't that be beautiful?